Y'all to the Crystaline show. I am your co-host, Mrs. Duuble Jones. I am the lady with the stones to come here and to leave us alone. And I'm a spiritual guide to assist you in this life in any way that I can. Y'all meet us here every night. You understand? Don't let your left hand know what your right hand doing. That's the message of the day. We're gonna get into it. But nonetheless, y'all meet us here every night. And turn your notifications on so you don't miss a beat. Head over to the website, crystalinemars.com. Spiritual tools, gems, jewels. We got the 20% off all of the spiritual services. All of the promo code, all that you need is on the website. So just head over there. You'll get that. Also, y'all meet us here on February 1st. We will be conducting our first merchandise and service raffles of the year. If you'd like to win the chance to, if you'd like to get the chance to win any merchandise from our website, these beautiful, gorgeous pieces that I post every 48 and all of the gorgeous pieces that you see on our website, you can get the chance to win every month. It's $5 per entry. And yeah, obviously the more entries will increase your chances of your name being drawn. And also, depending on how many love donations we have in the pot, that will determine how many winners we have. That will also determine the value of the pieces that we have, because all of the donations go towards the merchandise for the raffle. So if we got $100 worth in the pot, we're going to have $100 worth of jewelry raffled off. So y'all meet us here on the 1st. Thank y'all for y'all love offerings. You can send your payments in through Cash App, PayPal, Apple Pay, or Zelle. And for our service raffle, for everybody who gets live clearings from Brother Logas, myself, or any live tarot readings or any kind of readings on live, every $5 that you send is going to enter your name into our service raffle that will also be held on the 1st of every month, where your name will be drawn for, well, we will draw names for 50% off coupon code for any spiritual services that we provide. So we have that going on. And meet us on all platforms. We're on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Thank y'all to all of you who have covered us on all platforms. Thank y'all for y'all engagement. Thank y'all for y'all likes, y'all shares, and ultimately, like I said, sharing this space with us. I look forward to this space every night. I love all of you. I really, really do. And I pray that you feel that. I know you do, because it's genuine. And if you don't, then that sucks to suck, you know. But nonetheless, you will definitely walk away with what you need. Like I said before, this is the vibe. Crystaline Marshall here is the vibe that you didn't know you needed, okay? So let's go ahead and get into the actual show. And the message of the day is, don't let your left hand know what your right hand doing. Don't let your right hand know what your left hand doing, okay? Because when I was channeling this message, what I saw was somebody knowing something but not making an announcement about it. And heavy you on the wolves and sheep clothing, heavy you on the unveiled energy, where a lot of you are being, it's like Spirit showing you the truth. Spirit showing you the truth, talking to you, revealing truth in whatever way, shape, or form. And then it's like the is then in your face, it looks completely different. And Spirit wants you to play it cool. Spirit wants you to play it cool. There's no need to make an announcement about what you know. There's no need to even really ask certain questions in regards to certain intentions. And I'm not saying don't ask. See, here we go, goddamn tweaking. Instagram, goddamn. We only 2 seconds in. Goddamn. We clear? Are we clear, Instagram? Can y'all hear? I want to make sure we're good before I continue. You said confirmation, no facts. You see that? Like, soon as I got in my bag, it started tweaking. Okay, thank you, Atuntakin. Coolio. So, I was saying, this is not saying don't seek clarity, but it's more so when the clarity is received, take that. Because Spirit's going to be giving you clarity. And some of y'all are really going to be second guessing yourself, because in the physical realm, it's going to look completely different. And you can be like, I know that Spirit showed me this deck of cards, and this is what the card said. But now it's looking like this is a spade, but that was a heart when I saw it. That's a diamond, but that was a club. Spirit showed me that was a club. You know? And so heavy on the deception. And so Spirit definitely Spirit definitely wants you to just take note and to move accordingly. Again, you don't got to make an announcement. That won't for you to announce. That was for you to know what's around you, know what's within you, and know what you need to do and how you need to do it and who you need to do it with. Okay? So that's the message of the day, y'all. We about to go ahead and get into the daily energy. Artistry talking about grabs purse and heads to TikTok. And y'all, to those of y'all who be running the live back on Instagram, I need y'all to go to YouTube, baby boo. I need y'all to go to YouTube, baby boo. So if you are on Instagram right now and you are catching this replay on Instagram, ma'am or sir, or yer, you know, they, them, their, okay? I need you to go over there to YouTube, okay? Like the video, okay? Leave some comments. You understand? Thank you kindly. But let's go ahead and flow into the daily energy. He said, you two don't ever fail me for sure. I am artistry dead ass, hauled ass, like for real. You said I'm about to? Okay, you better go over there now. Okay. Do you, baby boo. And hey, y'all on YouTube. YouTube, if you could get the likes up, though, because we got a few of us, but we got 3 likes in the building. YouTube, that's how y'all showing up. My cheeks hurt. Like, damn, son. Peace can get her. Sheba. Graffiti. Woo. Monday said, I be tearing them views up on YouTube. Thank you. I love y'all. Shoot. Blaze said they got all... I don't know what be going on with YouTube. They got the likes up. We got 3 likes in that since I said it. Thank y'all. Okay, okay. You said I'm sticking to Instagram. Ashe. Well, if it show up on your feed, you gotta just click on it on YouTube, like, and then just hit the like, you know, get the thumbs up. You said I was thinking the same. My cheeks hurt. You smiling too. Hi, the Golden Healer. I tried to tap into your live earlier, but you ended it or whatever. And then when you came back live, I couldn't see you because I was busy. You said, oh, the replays. Let's be clear. Yeah, I was talking about the replays. I am spiritual. Like YouTube and come back. Oh, thank you. You're the realest. Woo. Beloved said, yes. You smiling too, for real. My cheeks really hurt. Like, I'm not exaggerating right now. Okay, y'all. Hold on. Not the laugh. Not the stiff-faced laugh. But y'all, so we're going to go ahead and cover the daily energy for... Oh, hold on. Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished. When I pull up with that rose court, y'all thought I was renting. Flexing on these ninjas. I like pop on my chicken or whatever Meat Mill said. Did y'all see the stone of the 48? Did y'all see the stone of the 48? God damn. Like, not the body. Like, no. But no wrapping, because I was doing my coil first, and y'all know we have, you know, I got a little bit of actions. I got a little song. You said that's fire. The devil is a what? A motherfucking liar. Lie to my face if you want to, because I know you lying. But I didn't know what piece I was going to wrap. So I did my coil first, and I was like, because I was going to wrap this one. This one coming soon. Because she is so gorgeous. Tell me she ain't gorgeous. This Aura Quartz. And you see how she got that little curve tip? You know we like a little curve. But you see, like, I was going to wrap this one. But it just won't resonate with me. I was like, this ain't the one. It just didn't feel right. And so then I picked up the rose. I picked up the rose and clear quartz piece. And I was like, it's cute. Like, it's a cute little stone. It's a cute little double-pointed tower. But baby, when I wrapped this baby boo, I said devoured. So freaking gorgeous. And it's like, it's so soft. Like, do you feel like the soft vibe? You said that is fire. Thank you. You said I saw it earlier and about fainted. Literally. Like, it's, I don't know, it's like the copper just really complements this soft pink with the clear. It's super pretty. Elegant, yes. You said Duublé in her bag. Don't play on me, energy man. But anyway, but no, for real, y'all. So she is on sale. You said she's giving elegant angel. No, for sure, for sure. And I've wrapped double pointed towers like this before, but in the past I will go around a few times. Like I would spiral it a few times, but this time I was like, nah, I'm gonna just give her one little. I'm gonna give her one little slice round the side, round the front, and that's it. Cause as you can see, like this is the back. So I made sure I secured her so she can't just pop out on niggas. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to do one little swirl, and I was like, that's enough. That's enough. Woo! So she 40, not 40% off, bitch. Not the 40. Not the 40. That's why I can't wait. That's part of why I'm getting in my bag. I'm getting in my bag for multiple reasons. And one of the reasons is because, bitch, we got shit to do. The other reason is the raffles. So I got to have extra pieces so we can raffle off. And then the third one is, it is my goal to eventually have more sales. Y'all know how we'll have up the pop-up sales like 50% off to 25% off every now and then. We will have our pop-up sales, but we got to have the merchandise there. So I've been definitely in my bag, and I have some like I'm working on this custom order. I just wrapped this lovely graffiti. I got you too, graffiti. I was talking all that shit, but I had a little bit of piece of your necklace to finish up, so I'm finishing up your piece too, graffiti, okay? And then I'm gonna ship her out ASAP, okay? But I just wrapped this custom piece for a custom order that I'm working on, and she wanted like some earrings, and she told me that she likes mixed match earrings like me, and I was like, oh, nice. Oh, and by the way, this on CrystalineMars.com, 20% off for the next 48 hours. And so I had made her some earrings, and I was like, I gotta, come on, Duublé. Because tell me these earrings aren't freaking cute. Lie to my face again. Well, y'all ain't lie the first time. My bad, TikTok. I want TikTok to see. But they're mixed match, and that's freestyled. I just kind of did what I wanted to do. And they so freaking cute. But I'm gonna bring some for y'all. I'm gonna bring some for y'all for the website. And these gonna only be like $20, $25. You know, nothing too serious. You said I get your daily notification on the YouTube. Ah! You said you need some anklets? Okay. Okay, y'all. I asked Brother Logas about the faceless. He was like, coming soon. We need them orders, y'all. We need them orders because I told y'all we still are recouping. We still recouping from our 200K knockdown, okay? So we're slowly but surely bringing certain things back. I do have some crystal anklets here that I need to add to the website. That I just they sit on here on a butterfly waiting to be flued out. But we have these ones. So we got like black obsidian, we got turquoise, sodalite, carnelian, and amethyst. So I could add these to the website for now. You know, these cute little anklets. As far as the copper anklets, I'm coming with those too. So y'all stay tuned. You're talking about the copper anklets? Soon. You said I absolutely love them too. Ah! The Moody Pieces said the necklace under necklaces. So when you go to the website, CrystalineMars.com, and you can go to shop all or copper necklaces, you'll see it there. Okay? What y'all saying over here on YouTube? Lady said, gorgeous. Kyla said, she's a beauty. Thank you. Thank you. Spiritual mode. Ashe. Kenyatta said, I only do YouTube, no Instagram or TikTok. Only YouTube for everything. Ashe. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad y'all here. You said, yes. You talking about the copper. Okay, cool. So, yeah, I just wanted to show y'all that real quick before we get into the daily energy. So, let's go ahead and get into the daily energy now. So, 124. 124-2025 is a 9-day. And we have this 6 energy showing up twice because 24 adds up to 6. And Friday represents 6 in numerology. And in numerology, 6 represents the planet Venus, which is the planet of love, beauty, money, balance, duality, justice. Well, that's more so Libra, which is one of Venus's ruling planets or ruling zodiacs. But the moon is in Sagittarius. And so with this energy that I picked up, it was heavy on mental freedom. Mental freedom. Because with the moon being in Sagittarius, that's definitely like a breath of fresh air emotionally. Like some of y'all are, this has been a very trying past few days. And even just a trying year, you know, especially rolling out of 2024 into 2025. Some of y'all have got more intense when it came to just dealing with internal and external energy. And with this moon being in Sagittarius, it's like, whew, yeah, because I'm seeing a Capricorn, because y'all know the sun was in Capricorn, and it's just like Capricorn had a lot of us by the chokehold, Capricorn season. And so now that we're in Aquarius, Aquarius is like that rebellious energy and, expansion, thinking outside of the box, freedom. And so with the moon being in Sagittarius as well, it's like, whew, like, bitch, I could breathe in and out like a few times, like we good. So honestly, for the energy for the 21st, who got a lisp? Who got a lisp? Because what was that? The energy for the 24th, it seems very chill, pretty chill for the most part, honestly. There may be little stuff arise, but with the moon being in Sagittarius, that's going to help you process what the fuck going on and help you see things from a different perspective as well, because Sagittarius is more optimistic. Sagittarius is more positive, more free-spirited, more open-minded. And so this is you not being so imprisoned and locked in this one way of thinking, one way of being, one way of seeing things. And I channeled, for the most part, you'll be at peace with the outcomes of your day. Because I just saw somebody wrapping up their day and reflecting on their day, and they were like pretty satisfied with what was accomplished, what was done, how you showed up, and all of those things. This will be a great day to let go of any grudges that you're holding, because with this 9 energy, it's calling for us to release, And being that it's Friday, like I said, this is the planet of love. Our relationships are going to be a highlight as well. And so with this, truth is going to be revealed in regards to your heart posture. Some of y'all are finding like you still have some internal things, some grudges, some things from the past that you're still trying to let go of or just process. Like you may have shifted your perspective, or like you may have some kind of understanding, but then it's like just still the heart work that needs to be done, or the healing just has to happen. It's like, okay, I have the wound, I cut myself, I did the work, but now I just got to let the healing happen. I got to like take the band-aid off and let the skin come back. It's going to burn a little bit, but I already did the work. That's more so what we're being called to do on this day, because with the 24th, I just saw the reflection of 42. And the 42, it represents the 42 laws of Ma'at. And Ma'at is the Egyptian goddess that rules the heart, and balance and justice and duality, and just calling for us to lighten our heart. May our heart not be heavy. And so on the reflection of that with the 24, this is more so us seeing where we are based off of like our external experiences and how we experience them. Okay. So where you really are is going to be revealed to you and triggered by external forces. And when I say triggered, that's not a negative thing. It's more so it's just going to show you where you really are, whether you've grown through something or if you still need to let go of some things. So with this will be a good day to do like some self-love rituals. CrystalineMars.com, a love me unconditional ritual will be beneficial to those of you who struggle with that heart chakra self-love type energy. But take you a nice cleansing bath, adding some herbs, or even consuming some tea while you are in your bath. Your love herbs and like your self-love and healing herbs will be more like your hibiscus, your rose, your lavender, and your chamomile. Those are a few. So if you do have those herbs on your person, they'll be great to incorporate into your spiritual practices that you do for this day. But just pretty much reflect on your inner world and your heart posture, and just do the necessary releasing, because you may find that there are still some blockages that you have, or some resentment that you have. And what do you need to free yourself from? If it's meeting expectations that others put on you, or if it's you need to free yourself from expecting certain things from other people. You know what I mean? Because that might be some of why you are holding certain resentment or frustration towards somebody, is because you're expecting more from them than they actually have the capacity to do or show up as, So acceptance, have you on acceptance. So the crystals for the day are lavender quartz, rose quartz, pink tourmaline, and clear quartz. And the colors for the day are pink, green, and brown. So y'all already know how we get down. Y'all go ahead and drop y'all pink, green, and brown hearts down below in the comments, so we may synchronize our mind, body, spirits, and hearts, so we may be open to receive the messages here for us in this present moment. Even to those of you who are running the replay back, y'all leave your hearts down below. And if you want a live reading, y'all can send your love offerings in now. I will conduct them first come, first serve. right after the collective. You can send it in through Cash App, PayPal, Apple Pay, or Zelle. $15 minimum for any general 6-card pull. It could be general love, career, past, present, future, past life, birthday reading, year ahead, 3 months ahead, whatever you need. Ancestral reading. If you would like 1 yes or no, it's $10. If you would like 3 yes or no's, it'll be $20. And don't forget, every $5 that you do send in, it will enter your name into our service raffle that we will be holding on the 1st of February. I love your hearts, Ashay. Y'all see, I'm kind of proud of myself because I just flowed through. Y'all know I always be struggling with the spiritual service raffle thingy. Graffiti said, I have been craving some hibiscus and lavender, for real. God damn, Uncle Sam. Y'all gotta try that juice. I think they got crack in there. They just ain't put that in the ingredients. And Tuntukin said, the Scorpio moon has been, whew. Ashay. Where y'all hearts at, YouTube? YouTube, I'm about to ban y'all. Only one person dropped some hearts, and we got 14, 11, whatever number that say up there. Y'all ghetto, YouTube. Peace, Jazz Ian. Your candle, your Leave Me the Fuck Alone candle went out today, and your Healing the Past is on its last. But so I'll be reaching out to you soon with your messages from your ritual. Y'all, I'm fried today. I was trying to wrap some earrings, and I thought these was little pieces of citrine. So I started wrapping it, and it was breaking apart. And I was like, what the hell? Y'all, this is damn resin. My ass was trying to wrap resin. Fried as hell. But okay, let's go ahead and get into the energy. I'm like, since when was citrine so soft? Because you do have some stones that are soft. And citrine has never been one of them stones. And so I was so confused. I was like, is this a fake ass stone or something? Like, what the fuck going on? Y'all, it was resin. It was resin the entire time. So let's see what we got for the collective. Where we going to start? What's the perspective for the collective? Let's see. I want to put some tarot. Peace, honey. Thank y'all so much for the likes on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, all of y'all. Y'all laughing. No, that was hilarious. Like, what the fuck? Huh? You said, yeah, because my stress and anxiety levels are through the damn roof. Aw. Spiritual said, excited. Damn, spell check. What you talking about? What you talking about? You done wrote something. The Swag family said, when you did my Healing the Past ritual for me, that broke the curse, right? I won't say it broke the curse. But it definitely did break a lot of things. It broke some curses. I don't know what the curse is that you're speaking of specifically. But when it comes to the rituals and things, most times rituals aren't a one all be all, like a one and done kind of thing, you know. But we did get a lot of things broken, yes. But there's more work to be done for sure. So let's see what we got for the collective. Come on, what's the perspective for the collective? What does the collective need to know in this present moment? All of those who are tapped in right now and will be later. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse. This is the card of anxiety, of not being able to sleep at night, of even nightmares and things like that. Some of y'all, it feels like your life is a living nightmare where y'all are like, I just want to wake up. Some of y'all are like, I just want to wake up from this dream. I want to wake up from this nightmare. A red robe may be significant. A cheetah robe. I'm seeing a cheetah robe. Cheetah pajamas. Heavy on a cheetah. I don't know. Cheetah girls. Cheetah sisters. But with this Nine of Swords in reverse, this is literally spirit coming through like, don't worry. Don't worry. And as her, it is already worked out. So peace of mind coming through for you. Some of you, I don't know how you relax, how you know, clear your mind. If that is you having a little glass of wine, if that is you cooking, because some of you really get lost and cooking is a healing thing for you, or baking is a healing thing for you, or it just kind of gets you out of this space of worry. Or if it's, you know, hitting the spliff real quick, or if it's taking a nap, or if it's listening to some music, or taking a nice relaxing bath, or coloring, or creating art or music or something like that. Spirit's like, stop worrying. Masterpiece said, wear the tunes. You talking about the songs in the background? I have some instrumentals playing right now. Masterpiece, like, where is the music? Truth said, I just said that at the same time. Let me see what, because obviously you bring it up for a reason. So I'm going to go to shuffle to see what songs come up for us. Okay, so we starting with Miss Jackson. Okay. I don't want to hear that, though. And then we got Breakdown. We got Bag Lady by Erykah Badu. All right. You said cooking. Lovely said all the above. Ashe. Okay, so what's up with this Nine of Swords? Yes, and with this Nine of Swords, like I said, something's weighing somebody down with this Bag Lady energy. Let me see. You just need to do what you need to do for yourself, babe. And do that unapologetically. It's okay to be selfish. It's okay to be selfish. But I'm also seeing somebody worried about a conversation. There could be some kind of disconnection happening here. And you may be really in your head about how it's going to be when you see this person. This could be like a distant lover. Some of y'all are a little nervous. Like you might be meeting up with somebody. Or somebody may even have anxiety about alone. You know, like, am I going to be, how long am I going to be sleeping alone? Am I going to be alone forever? You know, some of y'all definitely are tired of being by yourself. You're like, I'm tired of sleeping alone. I'm hearing that, man, I hate sleeping alone. You know, but also I was picking up on some anxiety when it comes to meeting somebody. Yeah, Juju literally just outside the door as soon as I said that. So somebody definitely has been like doing a lot of crying or worrying. Let me see. We have the Four of Cups. And we have the King of Wands. Okay. The Four of Cups and the King of Wands. This feels like somebody who needs guidance or who is waiting for leadership. Because you may know what you want to do, but it's like somebody needs like the instructions. Like, do I go left? Do I go right? Do I stop for a little bit? Like somebody needs, it's because with this King of Wands, it's like, it feels like you're like, I don't know how to get there. I don't know how to get there. So some of you may need to surrender, trying to do it your way. And it's more so because what I just heard is when the student is ready to learn, the master appears. So it's more so just really accepting, like, you know what? I do need assistance. You know what? I do need a counselor. You know what? I've been trying to do the work by myself, but I could really use a therapist, or I could use an assistant, or I could use a motherfucking man, or I could use a lady to help me around the house, or just to be my peace, or whatever. It's like you accepting where you do need help, because you may have this independent mindset where maybe you had to, you know, carry it for whatever reason. You had to do it for your kids. You had to do it for yourself, because if you didn't do it, nobody else was going to do it. And Spirit's like, yeah, I get that, but you don't have to do it by yourself forever here. But with this Four of Cups, this is definitely like some, you know, just some sad energy, like you feeling left out. But Spirit does have an offer here, a blessing here that may be right in front of you that you just don't see right now, or maybe it didn't fully materialize yet. Okay, but something's definitely growing. I'm just looking at my nails right now, and I remember about a month and a half ago, I was biting my nails all the way down. So somebody may have been biting their nails. Something may be significant about somebody's nails though, but my nails are now growing, and they're growing strong and beautifully. And so just identify these patterns, and it's okay to, you know, don't try to spiritual bypass. Don't try to spiritual bypass. If you're not okay, say that. If you're a little worried, say that. You know, I know it's important to be mindful with your words because we curse ourselves and things like that. But one thing we don't need to do that doesn't help us is lie to ourselves. Okay. And so there definitely maybe needs to be some honesty, that some honest conversation that you need to have with yourself or the universe. Like, you know what, this is a lot. And some of y'all have already been communicating that, but something may have just been slow to come in, and so you've just been getting discouraged. And even if you're not biting your nails, you may find like comfort food or binge watching or just binge sleeping. Some of y'all are really in this depressive space. Somebody wants to be closer to their lover. Somebody wants to be close to their lover. This could be you haven't connected with them in the physical realm yet. Somebody may be a nail tech, esthetician, I'm getting, or going to school for that. I like this song. What's this Chris Brown song called? Residuals. I Am Masterpiece said, I'm dealing with that now, learning how to be honest with myself and God versus trying to stay positive and optimistic all the time. Yeah, I've been eating a lot. I've been eating out of control lately. Yeah. Yeah, we have the 9 of Cups in reverse. Gosh. This energy that I'm picking up, it's like a baby in the womb. It's like a baby in a mother's womb where the baby is dark in that space. You may be hearing things. You may be in a very dark space where you're hearing spirit, you know, but you just can't see. Somebody can't see something. Like clearly, you may see it in your mind's eye. You may see it in meditation in the spiritual realm, but on this physical earth, it's just something that did not materialize yet. And you like, I'm ready to celebrate, but what am I even celebrating? Somebody may feel very beat down when it comes to just how you've been showing up, because maybe you've been having intentions to show up better, like just really go harder or to really put more energy into your work, your school work or whatever, but you've just been having a hard time. You've been having a hard time really showing up. And so that ain't even making you feel no better, because you're like, I'm already trying to process certain things and then I'm like slacking on certain things. And so it's like I can't even really give myself credit because I ain't even doing nothing. You know, I'm not putting in the efforts. So I'm really picking up on somebody's energy that's really, really low when it comes to just how you see yourself. You said all the 9s in reverse. I just realized that too. Yes, all the 9s in reverse. We have the 9 of Cups in reverse. We have the 9 of Swords in reverse. Tomorrow, the 24th, is a 9-day. And I talked about that reversal energy because remember I said the 24th is the reverse of 42, right? The balance, the Ma'at energy. So there may be some other side of something that is hard for you to really accept or to cope with. Okay, and now we have another 9. God damn, bitch, but this one is upright. The Hermit. Okay, we have We Can't Be Friends playing right here now. So some of y'all feel really isolated. Some of y'all, it's heavy on like, okay. It's like somebody just feels alone. Somebody is alone and it's like, I'm tired. I'm seeing somebody do homework. And it's like, I'm trying to figure out the answers by myself, but it would be really nice if I had somebody to bounce ideas off with. You know, if I just had some assistance here. But now we have 69 here because the 9 of Cups is in reverse. That's a 6. And we have the Hermit here, which is Cancer energy. So some of y'all may be a Cancer, or you're just feeling really hermity crabby. You're feeling really hermity crabby, maybe moody, and you know it ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. Some of y'all even just emotionally, you just been all over the place. Your attitude may have been a little funky. You may have just been really in a space where you're like, you don't want to be bothered, and it may not have nothing to do with them people. I'm seeing like the people where you know how you'll go get some food from like a fast food spot, and they acting like you doing them a favor. They acting like you had them, you made them check in. And you're like, bitch, you the one who clocked into work. You know, I just came to get my number 2. You know, and my sweet tea, and you over here, hello, welcome to Wendy's. How can I take your order? Like, what did I do to you? What did I do to you? Can I get a 4 for 4? We ain't got no more fries. Like, what are you? what's your attitude for? Okay, like, okay, your total is 555. Drive around the window, and like, why are you so fucking short? It's like some of y'all are really in that energy where you're like, you're giving off some cold vibes, and it's because of what you're going through. So just check yourself, and again, be honest with how you feel. You said they be handing you the bag and not saying nothing, like, right. And so some of y'all, this may be affecting your work because this hermit crab energy is connected to the home. Lovely said, can I get a reading? You can. If y'all send your love offerings in, I will go ahead and roll into them. If I don't get any love offerings in for live readings, I will continue with the collective until we close out. So with the hermit, the Cancer has to do with matters of the home and relationships. And so this can be like your relationships affecting your work in some way, shape, or form, because we have the we can't be friends. So this can be something like a heartbreak or just some heart issues. This can be like even just transitions that has happened where you had to let go of certain people. Certain people may have literally died and things like that, or it feels like a death. And you've been still having to show up and you're like, damn, I don't want to go to Wendy's today. You know, I don't want to ask nobody, how can I take your order? Because I'm trying to get my shit in order, you know? You said you sent yours? Okay, thanks for reminding me, because y'all know I be fried. Don't get too close to me and expect me to behave. So it's interesting because it's like it's heavy on you want the energy, but you're closed off to it for some reason. I don't know if it's fear or if it's I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is for you. I really can't put my finger on it, but it's like you want something, but you're not open to it because maybe you just, this person, you're only open to it from, like, you just want to be genuine. That's it. You want it to be genuine and you want to know, like, that it's safe to come out your shell. You know? I've gotten really excited about something in the past recently, and then as soon as you got excited, it went to shit, and you was like, fuck. Okay. And it may have been a trend of that. And you're like, well, I don't even know if I want to get excited this go around, because last time I did, shit, the next day or a few minutes later, like, it was completely something different, or they showed their true colors, or it wasn't what I thought it was, whatever that is. So I do see that for you. So again, the releasing the expectations of certain, releasing the expectations of it coming out or manifesting in a specific way, and just like letting it unfold. Because at the end of the day, it's nothing like allowing for it to be what it is in its natural state. No preservatives, nothing forced. Yeah, we have the Two of Cups, the relationship card here. So the Two of Cups, let me see. You see, we got a lot of cups. Well, not a lot, but yeah, we have 2 of Cups, 4 of Cups, 9 of Cups. So that's 9, 10 cup. That's 11 cups, 15 cups. So we have 15 cups here. So this is a lot. And that 15 adding up to 6 as well. Back to that tomorrow energy. So yeah, y'all definitely take advantage of the energy tomorrow. If you are in this, heavy on loving on yourself on the 24th. That's going to help you energetically, fill your cup up. Okay, we about to close up. We're done. Oh, I love this. So we have the Queen of Pentacles here, and we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles upright. This is what Spirit is calling you to, the energy that you're calling, Spirit's calling for you to move into, which is grounding yourself, right? Which is remembering who you are connected to. Remembering what you are connected to. And feeling safe and secure, even in the midst of whatever you feel like you don't have. Because this Ace of Pentacles being in reverse, this is like something that you don't have, or something that you don't see, or something that you don't think you have, or whatever is lack. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse is lack. And Spirit's calling for you to be in this grounded energy, for you to nurture yourself, for you to not sweat. Because look at her, like, she's not sweating anything, We talked about the grounding mat the other day. Some of y'all can really benefit from a grounding mat on Amazon, because I know the weather is different in different parts of the world. But if it's cold and you can't quite ground, a grounding mat will definitely be a good tool for you. Eating your fruits, your high vibrations, like those things are going to help you energetically for sure. But Spirit don't want you to, Spirit doesn't, some of y'all are seeing that your security is still attached to certain things. Your security is relationships. Your security is attached to your finances. Your security is attached to your achievements, your accomplishments, and things like that. And Spirit's like, I don't want you to be rooted in these superficial things, you know. And it's natural for us to feel these attachments because we're human, you know. Grown up with these things, we've had these desires and things like that. So it's a matter of us unprogramming that. It's a matter of unprogramming that, but you know, Spirit definitely wants you to do what you know to do, what you can do, which is consume higher vibrations, ground yourself, meditate, breathe, get you a nice little morning ritual, 10-minute ritual, to where you could bring this stability in your life. You know, if externally there are certain things out of your control, certain areas where you feel unstable or unsafe, how can you cultivate that for yourself? How can you make yourself feel safe? How can you bring the security for yourself? And that can look like you actually doing things consistently so you know what to expect from you. And this was actually going to be the message of the day, but I changed it and it's coming back full circle. But the message of the day originally was going to be, when things start to seem uncertain outside of you, that is when it's time for you to be certain internally. Okay? And for you to know who you are. And for you to know whose you are. Okay? So just let it all work out. Some things you just got to surrender and it's out of your control. So take care of yourself in the meantime. And don't beat yourself up. And you're doing the best that you can right now in this present moment. And that's all. Even if your best is 20%, that's what you have. So in this 20, let's go ahead and charge our battery up. No matter how fast or slow your charger is, let's go ahead and plug up. Let's connect to source again. Okay, so that concludes our collective reading. If y'all need any further service or, CrystalineMars.com, like I said, this stone of the day may resonate with a lot of y'all. This is going to definitely help with fostering energy, with stimulating that self-love energy, bringing that clarity. And with this clear quartz, you'll be able to program it with whatever intentions that you have. You could change that on a daily, however you need to. But this is a stone of compassion, of empathy, of self-love, peace, healing, cleansing, clearing, clarity. And so CrystalineMars.com, it's 20% off for the next 48, and a Love Me Unconditional ritual may be beneficial for you as well. So check out all of what we have on the website. I did add some 15. Oh no, I didn't. I took the pictures. Never mind. But yes, y'all head over to the website. I will be adding some more necklaces very soon. I took the pictures today, but I didn't upload them on the website. But that concludes our collective reading. So I want to go ahead and get into the personals. Y'all stay with us. If y'all do want a reading, I will do as many as I can tonight. But yes, Masterpiece, you did send it earlier. Okay, so Masterpiece for a general read. Graffiti love offerings for the raffle. I'm convinced Graffiti gonna win something. Graffiti, because I think you in the running up. You win the number one. You up there. All right, so Masterpiece General. Of course, I am Masterpiece said I needed that. Thank you. Of course. You said 65. And y'all could just close your eyes and do a quick meditation and, look for your battery percentage. Right now in this present moment, close your eyes. And what battery percentage do you see? What number do you see? What number do you see? Close your eyes right now. Simple. Go there. Quick. What does your battery percentage say? What do you need? And so when you see your battery percentage, okay, how do I need to charge? What source do I need to connect to charge? Is it lighting a fire? Is it taking a bath? Is it eating some fruit? Is it breath work? What is it a prayer? Is it singing? Whatever, right? You got a 33. We got 3. Okay, you got 33 as well. Wow. Okay, 53. So these 3s are showing up a lot. And that 3 is at Sagittarius. And the moon is in Sagittarius tomorrow. And we talked about that. Sagittarius are very optimistic. And so it's like, again, don't spiritual bypass. And if you're not feeling like that, that's okay. Spiritual body, 75. Graffiti, 18. You said, wow, we all seeing 3s. Yeah, y'all see we low. So we gotta charge up, baby. Charge up. And what that looks like for all of us is different. So that's something for you to explore and for you to tend to. You know how you want your lover to love on you and to show up and be consistent and things like that. Do that. Have that same energy for you, especially right now. So, masterpiece. You got the Queen of Wands in reverse, and we have the Seven of Wands upright. The Queen of Wands in reverse and the Seven of Wands upright. So Spirit saying it is safe for you to, okay, so certain boundaries, I was about to say it is safe for you to let your guard down. And when I say this, I don't mean be naive and just like ignore red flags and, you know, don't speak up when you need to speak up. But with this Queen of Wands, Spirit's like, it's something that you're being really hard on, or somebody that you're being really hard on, and it can be like an internal thing. It doesn't have to be something that you're projecting externally, but the energy could be felt. But I do see that it's out of protection here. This could be like a defense mechanism that you resort to. I say Swag Family Series 54, which I got over here on YouTube. Oh, Kenyatta said, what is a grounding mat? Is it made of grass? I'm going to answer your question in a minute. I don't want to get off her energy. Hold on. I meant to answer that earlier, but I got you. Yeah, we have the Knight of Cups. So this could be somebody that you're in a relationship with, or there's some kind of like ties connected. We have the Knight of Cups and we have the Eight of Swords. So you could be holding somebody to something that they did in the past, or holding somebody to something that somebody else did into the past. And it can be hard for you to kind of accept the flowers or accept these gestures from somebody, because it's, you know, it feels like it's something on you not feeling safe with this Seven of Wands. And it could have to do with the heart and the mind. And you may not just want to say what you really think or say how you really feel here. And so you're holding something in, or you're holding yourself back from something. You said, I need to wash my crown too. I just did mine today. Okay, come on. Hold on. Leave me alone. We have the Chariot and we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. So it's interesting because it's like this contradicting energy that I'm picking up from you. It's like you want to go, but you don't. You like slow to move or something like that. Yeah, it's like your intuition it's like you are getting intuitive nudges, but you're like slow to act on them. You're slow to act on them, or you don't believe them or something like that. So definitely I would recommend that you use this energy tomorrow, like we talked about, with connecting with yourself, some self-love type energy, giving you a bath, even journaling, right? A moon journal is going to be very beneficial. Even a dream journal is going to be very beneficial. But I do feel like it's something that you need to get down on paper, masterpiece, when it comes to just like hearing yourself, you know, and allowing for your true thoughts, your subconscious thoughts to come to paper, for you to really see like, wow, this is really something. And somebody may even be telling you or showing you like, hey, this is where you are, or be expressing something to you. And don't be closed off to that, because I do see that there are some things about yourself that you can learn and honestly embrace in that moment, if you do not try to defend yourself, because you may just want to naturally defend yourself, or be like, well, no, I did this because, or this is what I really was saying, or no, that's not what I was, you know. It's like, just listen. Spirit's like, listen and receive, and then you sit with it. You sit with it and unpack that. Okay? So that's what I got for you, masterpiece. So to you, Miss Kenyatta, the grounding mat, how would you, Logas came in at the perfect time, because I know what it is, but I don't really understand like how to explain it. So the grounding mat, how would you explain that? Like, it's the electrical current? What is it, Baba? It's not made of grass.
I don't know all the logistics, but it's a certain type of electrical current. I guess it's probably a negative current, like a car. The negative, the black part of the battery, is the grounding charge. right? And the positive is probably heat, I'm guessing, maybe, or a combination of heat and neutral, maybe. So I think the grounding mat is just the negative charge. Plug it to the grounding, because you're plugging it to the grounding part of the plug. There's the circle part is the grounding.
Did y'all know that?
And the two slits is like the heat and like a heat current, and then like this neutral current. So like these three currents. So you're putting it into the grounding current, which I would assume is the negative charge, or probably the electron charge, I'm guessing.
Ashe.
And then your mat itself will depend on the type of mat you get. I got a carbon-based mat. A lot of the other mats seem to be some other kind of multi-material. You know, just like how you got enclosed, you have what is it called,
Polyester.
Polyester. It's just poly means multiple, so there's multiple fabrics that are just a bunch of fabrics that are all blended into what you get called polyester. So it's the same, like there's this poly something.
Polyamorous.
Well, it's multiple, right? So there's mats that have poly whatever in it, and so I didn't go too deep into it, but you know, I look at poly, I'm thinking, okay, multiple materials that are probably not going to be too healthy or as conductive. The same like when it comes to polyester. So I went with the carbon-based mat, because carbon is going to be your most electrical and conductive type of element. Same thing like shungite. Shungite is carbon, mostly carbon-based. That's why it's so electrically conductive. The shungite is. That's why we put it on the necklaces. That's why we got some necklaces with shungite on it now. The what's called the electrical moon crescent necklace.
Ashe. Right backwards. I like this view. This is nice. You know, I ain't gotta move the cameras. I just look. Right backwards. You can do it. Let me see you do it. You put your big into it. This is nice. This because I've been trying to figure out like a smooth transition, y'all. Oh, I thought my mode was smearing. I was trying to do a smooth transition. And look at God. Look at him. And there we go. Atunsukan said, I love how I feel the shift when the masculine enters the scene. No facts. I love him so much. Big imp, not the little one. It's crazy. It's amazing. I don't think it wasn't until I met Logas that I really felt what like, I don't know if I could say what true masculine energy feels like, but I don't know. I never felt the weight of masculine energy like I did with him. And when he's not here, it's felt. It really is. It's ghetto as hell. So I shade to that. Match me some Duublé silly as fuck. Now that was my part. Y'all, remember I was telling y'all like I couldn't do it in the north because it is ghetto being cold. So I'm just you ready? Oh, okay. Well, never mind, y'all. I was about to just stall and go on intermission, but Brother Logas is ready. Can y'all see? It's not too far away, is it? I think we good, right? Instagram. We probably need to rotate it a little bit. Like bring it this way. He writing backwards. I don't know how he do that. You said Jujuboo. His fried tail. He's still for sale. He's still for sale. Shit. Let me see. Oh, you ain't done. Anybody want a Yorkie? Oh, I can be getting the music together because we have not listened to Hot Sicker than Your Average. Hold on. Uh, you said, "Oh Lord, not again." Nah, he fake on sale. He's still on the pet sale thing, but I don't be up there. You said he be sending you with this diaper on. That diaper has saved my life. I said, well, hell, it is what it is. Do what the diaper is. Hell, I don't gotta pick up. I don't have to clean up pee every day. I want to rotate it real quick because I think Instagram need to see it from like this angle. Can y'all see it? Okay, let me see. Okay, yeah, we good. Hold on, wait. Why I look a little blurry? Can y'all see it? Is it blurry Instagram? Let me know. You said put them on the website. Okay, go ahead. How you feel? You feel weird? We can see you though. Everybody can see you.
Peace, family.
Grace.
So today's spiritual lesson is on winter, part 2. Yesterday we talked about the winter, or I ended up going into the winter some kind of way. And the winter being the hibernation period that we all go through multiple times in our lives. Now the winter is the winter, right? The winter season is the winter season. You can't, okay, how much work you put into the winter will influence how long you will stay in the winter, right? So for instance, to be more specific, let's talk about like in business or in economics, right? Your money, right? When you have those winter seasons, those winter times where the money just ain't moneying, like it used to, right? But the sales ain't selling like they used to. The merchandise isn't moving, the services aren't being picked up, whatever it is, right? So, or it's just harder to get the money, right? It's hard to get. Perfect example is personal training. When I used to be a personal trainer, I was personal trainer for about almost 3 years, and at my gym, it was a chain, so it was like 9 gyms here in the Virginia area, or in this East Coast area. And out of all of the 9 gyms, my last year there, or my second to last year there, or yeah, like my last year there, I ended up being the top trainer out of the 150 or so trainers, meaning I had acquired the most sessions for that year. Now, when you're a personal trainer, the best time to be a personal trainer is in January. You can call that the springtime for us, right? That's when things are blooming and things are booming, right? And it has nothing to do with the work that you put in. It has nothing to do with the seeds that you planted. No, it's just it's time to reap. Not reap. It's time to take advantage of the springtime, right? So you get that spring money, right? Those who come in during that time, the trainers who come into the game during that time, that springtime, during that January time where everyone's starting a New Year's resolution, they tend to think like, oh, this isn't so bad. This is actually pretty easy. Like, oh, I like training. Like, oh yeah, I get a pretty good amount of clientele, and like, they come, they're pretty easy to talk to, and blah blah blah, right? So you make some good money, right? The springtime, some things bloom and you feel good. Everybody feels good. It's warming up, right? In fact, actually, I wouldn't even say. Hold on. Let me switch. Let me change that. I'm wrong. Let me correct that. The January is not the spring. It's actually the fall. There you go. It is the fall time. Even because you're harvesting. Everybody's waiting to get started. Everybody's waiting to spend their money, change their life, everything. People you've been talking to, right? everybody's waiting until January. So that's when you harvest. That's when you bring in everyone you've been talking to, everyone that you may have trained in the past. Boom, you take advantage of fall time, the harvest, right? The harvest. I'm going to have to call them back. All right, so the harvest, right? So people get that harvest and they're happy and they get their money and they're spending their money, right? And they think, you know, everything is good, right? And they don't prepare for the winter. And the winter is the summer for personal training, because that's when the gym gets bone dry. Bone dry. Why? Because everybody's on vacation. People are not in the gym. People who are in the gym is like maybe like some college kids or something, right? It's not people with really any money for personal training, right? So it's like bone dry. Then the spring comes. That's where you have back to school. Spring comes, back to school, right? And in the spring, that's when you are now starting to, plant your seeds. You're starting to plant your seeds. You're getting some clientele here and there, but you're planting your seeds. You're planting your seeds, right? You're working on that. And then in the summertime, that would be, the winter. That would be the winter. Now, the interesting when you think about summertime in school, summertime is when you go on your vacations, right? Well, during the winter time, there's vacations. There's Thanksgiving. There's Christmas time, right? There's these vacation periods. And in the wintertime, that's when people are doing the most work during the wintertime. Why? Because they're doing the most eating. Why? Because it's cold, so they want to be indoors. They're trying to warm up. Why? The wintertime is when people are getting in. There's a certain group of people who are trying to transform, really put that work in. The real serious ones are trying to put that work in the winter time, and then they know they're going to need that time going in when it starts to warm up in the actual springtime, as far as seasons are concerned. Now, winter, right? The summertime is winter. And when it comes to personal trainers, the summertime is winter for us, right? When it comes to personal trainers, see, when it comes to business, when it comes to family, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to friends, when it comes to spirituality, whatever it is, right? When it's springtime, you feel motivated and inspired to go, put in some work. When it's summertime, in your seasons, right? When it's summertime, that's when people want to go on vacation. That's when people want to spend money. When people want to spend their time. When people want to, have fun, right? And they know that the fall is coming, so they'll get a nice harvest. They know that there'll be a boost when that harvest comes in. No matter how much success they're having or not success they're having in the summertime, springtime, they know they're going to get a nice boost, in the winter. But see, this is what separates those who actually live a successful life. When I say successful, I'm talking about happiness. I'm talking about balance. I'm talking about evolution and transcendence and evolving and growth and things like that. Because those who are smart about it, when it's springtime, when it's summertime, right? They know, just like when you're farming, that's when you put in the most work. You don't wait to I kind of just work my way through it. I just kind of ease my way through it until that harvest comes. No, you bust your tail during that springtime, during that summertime, right? Because you could do a minimum amount of work and get still a decent amount of result in the fall, because everyone's just going to get that in that harvest season, right? But if you put in a greater amount of work during the spring, during the summer times, especially during the summer times, because you got those vacation moments too, right? They get in your way. when you put in that work, heavy amounts of work in spring and summertime, what happens is your harvest time becomes longer. Your harvest time becomes longer. See, when you're just doing the minimum amount of work, then as a personal trainer, your harvest time is only in January. It's only for 30 days. When you put in the needed amount of work during the spring and the summer times, during that fall, during the actual physical back to school, and during the Christmas times and Thanksgiving times, right? When you put in the work then your harvest for personal trainers, then your harvest in January goes from January all the way till until May, until school ends. If you put enough work, then your harvest can be maximized from 1 month all the way up to 5, almost 6 months of harvest. Well, what most people do is when they see just a decent amount of success because it's springtime, because it's summertime, they cruise it out. They cruise it out. Right? They take their time. They kind of pace themselves. It's not even a pacing. They just do the bare minimum, I guess you could say, right? They do the bare minimum, which is enough to survive. But see, then you'll be stuck in that survival mode though. Because when winter comes, you will already have been feeling the winter before it's even winter. See, the personal trainers who don't put in the necessary work during the spring and the summer seasons of their business, when they come into the fall, into the harvest, and only lasts a month, and it starts to die off in February, and then March is like, there's a struggle. Then when you start getting into March, April, May, you're already barely surviving. Now you get really fearful, really scared when you know that winter is coming in your business, which is the summertime for personal trainers. Because I was barely surviving, I'm going to die. My business is going to perish when the summer hits. There's no way I could survive. I was barely surviving during the harvest. The winter is going to wipe me out. So that's one thing one aspect to think about especially when it comes to like business, whatever your seasons are, or just your life in general, right? Whenever I start a new business venture, whenever I come into one that actually starts to kick off and starts to kick up and starts to get that momentum, I push because I know, okay, see, people mistake the spring and the summer for the harvest. They mistake the spring and the summer for the harvest. Why? Because the spring kind of feels like fall, doesn't it? There's similar temperatures. So they mistake it for the harvest. Where else do we see this? We see this in relationships as well. We see this in relationships where the honeymoon phase, we think that's the harvest because it feels good. It feels good, right? And we think we feel all this heat and this passion, we're mistaking that for even the summer. Well, really, that's just the spring. That's just the spring. And you're feeling that bloom, that blossoming with that person, that you're with, but then you're not, because it feels so easy, because the spring feels easy, doesn't it? The spring you just spring forward. You just spring it into love. It just makes everything seem so easy. Why? It feels easy because you just came out of a winter. You came out of a winter. You were single for a certain period of time. Maybe you were in bad situationships. Maybe you were just completely isolated and lonely. Whatever it is, you just came out of winter, so it seems so easy because it's spring. And what you're, because the soil has loosened up now. What you're supposed to do is, oh, it's spring. Oh, it's easy. I got to put this work in. I got to put this work in. Meaning that when I'm having conversations with this person that I'm feeling head over heels for, when I'm going out, I got to really be, checking for all the red and the green flags, right? But I also need to be, pouring into them and making sure that they're pouring into me. Because what are we pouring? We're pouring in seeds. We're planting seeds. I got to make sure that we are continuously planting seeds into each other and planting seeds into our future. And you do that while it's easy to do it. You do it while it's easy to do it. Right? And then when it really gets heated and it really gets passionate between you, that's when you want to go on vacation, right? Summertime, people want to go on vacation. No, you don't go on vacation. You might understand, even when you go on vacation, people try to go on vacations like how schools go on vacation. It's a whole summer, 90-day vacation. That's too long. That's too long. Because then when you come back, what happens when you come back from school vacation? You done forgot everything. You done forgot your math, you forgot your language, you forgot your science, you done forgot everything. Now you got to start all back over again, right? No, what you want to do is that during that summertime, you take a short vacation, 1 week, 2 week, right? But you continue to plant seeds. You continue to plan your lives together. See, when things are easy, that's when you plan your life together. You plan your lives. You set up things. You build certain habits. Don't get caught up in the love. You let the love. See, when you're in love, what happens? You're energized. When you're in love, you're energized. You're boosted with all this energy. But people, they waste it on just extracurricular activities. No, use that love, I'm in love energy to do what? To build. To build, to build, to build, to build, to build. Why? For two reasons. Because during those spring and summer months, your fall, your harvest is gonna last way longer. So when people come out of that honeymoon phase, they come out of the honeymoon phase and they end up, in fact, they end up having their spring, summer, and fall happen within like a couple months. It happened so quickly because you weren't putting in any seeds, right? So you end up springing, passion, and then harvesting all within like a couple months, couple weeks sometimes. It's like it's in a short period of time, and then the winter comes. You've been together 30 days, and the winter's already here. You're already arguing. You already ran out of money to go on dates. You're already, having differences of opinions. You're already dealing with friends and families talking, stuff and gossiping and stuff. You already having trust issues, whatever it is, right? The winter just comes so fast. And when the winter comes that fast, you're not prepared at all. You have nothing stored away. You have you built up no habits of putting in work. See, because during the winter time, that's when what happens to the soil? That's when the soil gets rock hard. It gets rock hard, and now you have to work harder to stretch, to grow, right? If you haven't put the work in during the summer, during the winter, during the fall, your muscles are atrophied. You don't have the stamina to deal with it. You just want to quit. When things get tough, you just want to quit now, right? But like I said, when I talked about the trees, right? I believe, this person believes, that when the trees' leaves fall off, because they're putting all the energy to keep the roots situated, grounded, and to stretch a little bit further into that winter, into that hard soil. so they can become more robust in the spring, more robust in the summer. And they'll build up such a stamina, such a strength, that it'll be easy once again in the springtime. But see, it's not going to be easy like the regular person where it's just easy just naturally. No, it's easy because I made myself so strong in the winter. I'm blowing by all those who were just waiting, trying to just get by the winter, just trying to cruise on by, just trying to hope that they survive, right? But the same thing happens to relationships, because even when people have the winters in their relationships, when you have the winters in your relationships, okay, your relationship isn't going the way that you want it to go right now. Okay, during that time, what are you doing to grow yourself? What are you learning? What are you studying? What are you building? What are you progressing in? What are you adding to your daily routines, your morning routines, your nightly routines? What are you changing about your exercises, your diet, your spiritual work? What are you adding to, what podcasts are you listening to? What books are you reading? What are you paying attention to as far as your habits are concerned compared to other people's habits? Like, how are you, what contracts, spiritual contracts are you breaking? What are you uplifting? How are you improving? How are you improving? Because it seems that the only way people actually get out of that winter in a relationship and come into a spring session is if they what? They have to leave the relationship. They have to leave the relationship and then try to trick themselves and then come back and say, oh, we're new people. And they go into this fake spring, and then they realize very quickly when they go right back into the winter. It don't take long before you go back into that one. The spring and summer are shorter than the first time you were together. Now that spring and summer only lasts a week, and then you break up, and then you come back. And now that spring and summer and fall is only lasting a couple days. Then you break up. Then you come back, and now it only lasts a day. You come back, and then when you break up, and then you come back again. Now it only lasts 6 hours, 12 hours. You break up, you come back. Now it only lasts 2 hours. You come back. Now it only lasts when you are copulating, when you are having sex with each other. Now that's the only time. The spring, summer, fall is only in that one session, and then you immediately have to leave each other. Because you're not putting in the proper work during your winters. You're just hoping, if I come back to the farmland, I'm going to ditch the farmland during the winter, leave, come back, and hope that magically, when I come back in the spring, it'll be good as new now. You didn't take care of it. You didn't try to work on it. You didn't try to protect it. Right? So the quality of the soil got weaker. And every winter that you leave and don't put it in the work, it gets weaker and weaker every year, every season. And then in the spring and the summers, you're not taking advantage of that energy. People, when they get some money in their business, they like, oh, I'm making some money. I can spend it. It'll come back. It might come back, but you don't know how long your harvest is going to be. Well, think about it this way. How much work did you put in on your spring and your summers? Let me just end it with this. What you think is your harvest could be just an extension of, or an aspect of your spring, if you choose to look at it that way. Meaning that if you're, working on a business, and then eventually some things pop off, and now you got a good amount of money coming in, right? A lot of entrepreneurs make a mistake saying, oh, that's my harvest. And the smart ones say, oh, the spring just started. My first spring just started. And the ones that say, oh, my first spring just started, say, good, I got this money, let me put it back into the business. In what way can I put it back to the business to help grow the business? In what way? If you accept it just as that's my harvest, that's my fall, that means your winter's right around the corner. But if you put it as, no, this is my spring, let me put something back in the business. Back in the business. This is my spring. This is my spring. And then things really start to heat up and you really start to make some money. Oh, I'm in my summer. Let me put it back in. Let me put it back. But if you say, oh, at any moment when you say, oh, this is my harvest, your winter is on the way. Your winter is on the way.
Okay.
Right? Instead, you try to, spring is when it, what? When something springs. It catapults. Spring, that means when you first start to get some success, boom, that's my spring. You first start to get some success in someone that you're dating, boom, that's my spring. That's not my harvest. That's my spring. We're springing into love, right? We're springing into the success of the business. So now now you gotta go. Now you ride the wave, yes, but you keep planting seeds. You keep planting seeds. Right? Summer comes in. It's really heating up now. I'll take some vacations here or there, right? I might splurge a little bit here and there, right? But I got to put in this work, though, because it's summertime. And whatever I get out of this summer, it's going to take care of me in the fall. So now you're extending your seasons. And try to extend that heat as long as you can. How can I just keep it? See, that's what I do with any business that I get into the spring season. I push it. So when we had the kiosk in the mall, right? I pushed it during the spring. I didn't say, oh, we get into this next tax bracket, we good. We're gonna be. I was like, no, it's time to push the pedal to the metal now. We got one. Now get after it. And I got it up to heating, to scorch. I was like, good, get after it. Right? Until we hit a ceiling, and then it came down some. Let's say we were doing 100% of whatever our 100% sales were, and then after we rode the wave for about a year and a half, but I kept reinvesting, kept buying more inventory. Even the fly outfit and gears, that was all part of, I still was centered around the business, how we're portraying ourselves, right? I even tried to use that energy into my own Instagram account. See, I'm still trying to take advantage of that. And then when it couldn't go any further, because of economic reasons and war in Ukraine and things like that, when it couldn't go any further and it dropped down to like 80%, now I was like, okay, let's say 90%, 80%, 90%, and it hovered there for a little while. Then I was like, okay, we're in the fall now. Now we're receiving the harvest. Because remember, in the fall, you can't plant anymore in the fall. Isn't that right? You can't plant anymore in the fall. And people that get it mixed up, they think, oh, soon as I get some success, it's harvest season. No. Harvest season means I can't plant anymore. If you still have room to plant, you're not in your fall yet. You are prematurely celebrated. Fall means we did all that we could, spring and summer, and time is up. It's fall now. But that cap that I had reached, see, by the time they came in, let's see, we had just, my kiosk was like in the beginning of its fall. Because also remember, it's fall season, it's harvest, but fall means what? It's coming down. we're beginning of the fall. But because I put in so much work during the spring and the summer, she got to feel the benefits of the harvest for about a year and a half, right? And because so much work was put in during those spring and summer months, when she came in, it gave her enough room for her to find her own spring and summer inside of the fall harvest, right? So she was able to use some of that harvest energy and that harvest, funds, and capitalize that on her spring into the mix. So, and she started creating her. It gave her time to fine tune her crystal jewelry, to fine tune her spiritual services. And because of that, it boosted our harvest. Because now, we were coming to a fall, the store was coming to a fall, the kiosk coming to a fall, but she was able to capitalize on her inner spring, her inner summer. So then when when the kiosk come to a fall, her spring kind of caught it and boom, it's like, wait a minute, we can ride this thing out a little bit longer. So the fall probably would have came down within about 6-7 months. It would have came down a little bit. It would have came down faster. But because of the way it worked out, and because when she came in, and I saw what she was capable of doing and bringing, I pushed her to say, like, no, let's do more with that. Let's fine tune it. Let's master it. Let's not just feel happy because we got a couple sales off it here and there. No, let's put back into it. Do the next one better. Do the next one different. Do the next one, right? Here's another way you could add to your spiritual services. Here's another aspect to it. Here's another way to ask questions. Here's another way to help people. Here's another way to work with the different entities and deities, right? And then that ended up boosting and keeping our fall lasting a whole extra probably 12 months that it probably wouldn't have had. So then when we come into these winter seasons, these winter months, right, that we're in now, it was a very, very super gradual fall into the winter. It wasn't just we're up here and all of a sudden, boom, just rock bottom like most people. They hit the winter comes so fast they don't see it coming, right? Because they see the fall before it's even fall time, and then the winter just sneaks up on them, right? It doesn't sneak up on me. That fall, once I start seeing a hint of the fall, I start to see one leaf come off the tree. I see one leaf come off the tree, I'm preparing for winter. And while I'm preparing for winter, I'm trying to stretch that harvest out. I'm trying to stretch that fall out as long as possible, right? What happens when you're harvesting and you see that there's a harsh winter about to come in? You celebrate the fall, but you stock up though. You stock up a little more because you know that winter is coming. And then you also have some back reserves from other springs, other summers, other seasons that you've been reserving just in case there happens to be a winter that comes that's really harsh. Right. So I'm gonna end it right there. I can keep on going on about the winter and the spring and summer. Right? So we'll go ahead and say Ashe to that, and we will go ahead and go on to the Q&A and obtain spiritual clearance.
Ashe. That was a good one. So for some odd reason on YouTube, it was showing the words like backwards. so it didn't look in reverse on YouTube. Oh, it's blurry now. Up here, it looks, but then watching from this angle, it's backwards. Like the W's over here. You can't see it. The surface is really wonky right now.
What about on Instagram?
Instagram, good. Instagram, see? It's good on Instagram.
Oh.
So I don't know.
So YouTube there.
Yeah. But it's weird because on our phone it says it shows that it's like. All right, let me move out the way. All right, peace, y'all. Here, I'm gonna leave the laptop here so you can use this as a chat.
Peace, family. Appreciate all the likes and gifts from TikTok. Peace to all of the YouTubers. Appreciate all the likes, shares, and subscribes, as well as super chats. And peace over to the OGs on IG. Shay. We want to comment on this on here on YouTube, where Cosmic Earth Priestess said the original grounding mat is the Earth. This is true. These are facts. So understand that the Earth is going to be a more efficient and powerful grounder, right? Feet will ground your energy with Mother Earth. The grounding mats are a technological way to tap into the energy inside, right? It's a technological way, and I've stated how we have to, because of like multiple factors, the way our genetics are coded or have been changed and manipulated over time, and in some sense, and it's evolved, and because of the way we've built our cities and things like that, we have to have nature, evolve nature to change with us instead of trying to go back to nature, right? Because trying to go back to nature, we don't have that type of society or time, or it doesn't make it doesn't quite make sense to try to just go back to a nature type of, we're not going to go back into living into forests and stuff like that. And there was plenty of or America, just go back into the Olmec times as well, where they were living very technologically advanced and weren't just necessarily, and they had all kind of different technological, vibrations and waves happening in the air, right? They had they had computers and different things like that before. It's not the first time of our civilizations having computers and technology. So understand that this is normal for humans, right? Because we are no longer ape-like beings. We're no longer ape-like beings. We weren't necessarily, our ancestors weren't necessarily apes, but we're not no longer ape-like beings, right? Because we are half that and then half extraterrestrial beings. So we're just not going to be just straight natural like that, not as a collective. We're just not going. So we have to make the technology, we have to take nature with us, essentially. We take nature with us. And but we have to go beyond that, and we have to activate our cosmic DNA. We have to activate our cosmic DNA so that we can stop relying on nature. Understand that nature is a technology. It's a technology. These are training wheels, right? We can't say we got to go back to nature and think you're going to transcend, because you're just going to end up grounding yourself to your, de-evolution. You're just going to ground yourself back into basic
thinking, right? And that's not going to help us to evolve. Graffiti says winter, specifically February, March, is the best time for planting seeds when the soil begins to loosen. That way, by the time spring comes around, you already have sprouts. Ashe. Ashe to that, right? That's how you, when they say the most successful companies right now, the billionaire companies, the majority of them were conceived during the down parts of the economy. So like during recessions, the businesses that start during recessions and survive it are usually the ones that end up becoming the multi-million-dollar and billion-dollar companies, or the other way to look at it, the multi-billion-dollar companies that you know today, most of the majority of them start during recessions. They're conceptualized and are birthed during like recession times economically. Let's see. Anything? What did they say on IG? Masculine, feminine work together. Ashe. Catch one fish and don't stop. Ashe. Continue to plant your seeds. Ashe. The artist rising. 100 says a tune to Ken. Ashe. To Wade 10. Ashe to Mazings. NY Dev says changing from carbon to crystalline beings also in this awakening. Changing from carbon to crystalline beings also in this awakening. Sure, I don't really know how to respond to that one, but it sounds good though. Changing from carbon to crystalline beings. Sounds good. Sounds good. I'll go with it. Wade 410, do you have any in mind? Do I have any what in mind? Are you asking Wade 410? I'm not sure if we want to change into crystalline beings. Well, I'm not even. I don't know. Let's see. Graffiti says, I do watch those nature videos where people live off grid, build their own homes, and catch their food in the wild. Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's definitely good to know. It's definitely great to know how to, live in the wild, and they're definitely obviously a lot more health. There's a lot of health benefits to doing that, right? To living, off grid and things of that nature. But it's just not realistic. It's not realistic. The world's not going in a direction, right? People may want to go in that direction, but that's just not where the world's going to go, right? You have the nations. There's too many people on the planet. That's probably the main reason why. There's too many people on the planet. You can't just go hide off into the grid. Not as a collective. Maybe a person here or there can do it. Maybe a small community here or there can do it. But as a masses, it's just not. It's just not. You have to. As quickly as possible, try to turn on your cosmic DNA. turn on your cosmic DNA, which is what I'm working on right now. Turning on that cosmic DNA. That's the only way. Because if you're just trying to go back to nature, well, you're basically you're trying to run from the the beast in front of you, trying to hide behind nature, but nature can only do so much for you. He's not going to protect you from tanks and from drones and from the military or from random people who want to conquer your land or whatever. It's not going to, right? So therefore you have to, or you don't have to, but you should, is what I'm working on right now, and then trying to give that to my family as well. You should be trying to turn on the cosmic DNA. That way, you become like Dr. Manhattan from the Watchmen. You want to become a Dr. Manhattan type character. Why? So that no one can touch you. They can't touch you if you turn on that cosmic DNA to a certain level. You can do what you want now. You want to live in nature, fine. You want to live in the forest, fine. If you want to go off planet, then fine, right? So that would just be my advice, to focus more on that versus the dream of going back into, nature. Abraham says, would you say that it is our responsibility as enlightened ones to punish the creators of this system, or should we leave that to the universe? I don't think there's anyone really that needs to be punished, to tell you the truth. I mean, yeah, there's people who do some wicked things and they should probably be punished. But as a collective, as far as the systems that have been created, I don't think there's no punishment for it, because it's not our fault. It's not our fault. See, we're all, and if anyone's going to be punished, I would think it would have to really be the certain maybe extraterrestrial beings that we've encountered over times that we've been on this earth. But as far as humans ourselves, it's not our fault. Like I said, we are half ape-like beings and half, extraterrestrial. We're trying to balance this thing out, right? We didn't evolve this way. We were, in my opinion, we were, constructed this way. We were tinkered with in this manner. So you're going to get, when you're experimenting on and changing a being, like you're going to get some interesting results, right? So we're just trying to balance it out. So when I look at it, at the same time, I would say that to Abraham, I would say yes. Well, it's not our job, because we're not, enlightenment does not give you necessarily the authority or the right to quote unquote punish others who are necessarily wicked, right? Or off balanced, right? It doesn't necessarily give you that right. No, not enlightenment. But ascendance and transcendence does, though. Ascendance and transcendence does. See, enlightenment is just coming to a greater understanding, right? But coming to a greater genetic and spiritual evolution, though, right? That gives you the more of the right to punish others, right? Because now you've become when you evolve into a higher being, right? It's like, you punish a dog, you punish a cat for, not following the rules of the house, because they are a lower being, right? You're not more enlightened than the cat. You're just a higher being than the cat or than the dog, right? So you, just like with children, like in a sense, you're a higher being than the child. So then you have the right to enact, certain punishments on them. But when it comes to human adult to adult, it's like it's hard to say you have the right, and unless you are evolved, unless you are spiritually and genetically evolved yourself to that point to where, like say, if you're able to make things float with your hands and you can read minds and things like that very strongly. Like there's people who can do it, but on like a very low level, right? But to point to where you're like a superpowered, being basically, then yeah, now you have the authority. In my opinion, now you got the authority. But until then, all I would say is, see, when it comes to punishment, I thought about, like, if I was in charge of jails and we wanted to, what is this computer hooked up to them? I keep hearing myself. I don't want to. No, that must be the iPad. I can hear myself in the speaker. So Duublé, I guess if you can like mute the iPad or something. I keep hearing myself. What was I saying? I thought about, if I was in charge of all jails around the world, it'd be very simple. See, so let's say we do use the enlightenment concept, the enlightened ones where we're in charge. Well, you got to truly be enlightened. Are you really enlightened? Are you punishing? Is okay. I put it on mute. I don't hear anymore, so I guess it worked. So, are you punishing individuals, whether it be the powers that be, or whether it be just people who create, who do robberies or molestations or rap, rap with an E at the end, right? Any type of rapping, right? When you're dealing, or you're just dealing with people who are in charge of like a racist system or a oppressive system or propaganda or whatever. When you're punishing them, what is your goal when you punish them? What would be your goal? How enlightened really are you? Right? Are you trying to rehabilitate? Or are you trying to, force them to follow your rules and laws? Right? What are you trying to do when you punish them? What's this? Graffiti says, I hear you though, because we have advanced our technology enough to where we aren't doing it in masses of people anymore. Ashe. We don't have to. You do what you want when you're cosmic. You can. You do what you want when you're cosmic. This is true. Right. Let's see. I have a little affinity with telepathy. I sometimes hear surface thoughts, especially when those thoughts are directed at me. Ashe. Learned it from a Star Wars game and sometimes practiced it in meditation. Ashe to that. Graffiti. Ashe. Right. Let's see. Atuna Ken says, I've always wanted to cook outside by the river. But yes, we must evolve and use technology to our advantage. Ashe, right? Yeah, to cook by the river. I mean, that's dope, right? I'm sure that would be dope, and you definitely should if you can, right? If you can, why not? You definitely should. But if you're trying to rely and waiting on that possibility, to be able to just do that on a regular, right? There'll be a couple of us that might achieve it, but for the majority of us, that's just not realistic. Not at the current level that we're at, not genetically, not spiritually, right? So you should focus on the spiritual evolution and a genetic evolution first. And then, like I said, like Graffiti said, when you're cosmic, you can do what you want now. You can do what you want now, right? Wade 10 says, nature is chaos. It is chaos. It's chaos and order at the same time, depending on how you look at it. So to go back within self, the way I see it, the evolution is knowing everything is up to you how it's used. I wouldn't say that's the evolution, knowing it's a lot more, the evolution is actually a lot more hands-on than you think of. Um, right now, the way we look at evolution, it's kind of in that transcendence type of thing. We look at it from a more philosophical standpoint, and that's why it's so elusive and hard to pinpoint or to reach or to attain, right? It's actually more literal. So when you're thinking about your transcendence and your evolution, it's more just genetic. It's more genetic, right? It's actually very, very physical. In fact, it's all genetic. All the meditation, any type of psychic abilities, the going within, all that type of stuff, that's all tied to your genetics and your physical capabilities and your physical, because it's all tied, all the spirit is tied to this physical vessel. It's all tied to this. It's not outside of this vessel, right? So you have to, if you really want to evolve, then you're going to have to see them as one big machine, the soul, the spirit, the light, the dark, in this vessel, right? So we need both Ashe to Meizings. Atuna 10 says, let karma sort everything out. Everything will balance itself out. That's the thing. It's always balanced. It's always balanced. See, so it's not about waiting for karma to balance itself out. It's always balanced. It's never not balanced. Right? In that balancing, sometimes it's in the middle. Even when it's in the middle, it's not really in the middle. If you want to know, Kevin Samuels, if those who know Kevin Samuels, he used to have this little swirly thing. I need to get one. These swirly thing that would kind of like these two counterweights that would go back and forth, back and forth. That's what balance looks like. It's continuously moving up and down and all around. It's just continuously moving. Or just take like those balls where you like pull one and it hits it and it goes back and forth. That short time in between when the energy's going from one side to the other, it looks balanced, but it's actually moving. It's actually moving. It just hasn't moved to a certain point where it's noticeable yet, right? So balance is constant. It's a verb. It's actually not a state. It's actually it's constantly moving, right? And even when it's all the way to the left, it's still balanced because it's going to swing back all the way to the right. So it's like it's always working itself out. It's always balancing itself out, right? And karma will sort everything out. And what is karma though? Karma is just action and reaction. Karma is these are the rules. These are the cosmic rules to whatever dimensional density that you're in. These are the cosmic rules, right? And depending on what you do or don't do, this is what will happen, right? What you do or don't do, this is what will happen. So you can let karma do its thing. It's going to always do its thing, right? But that doesn't mean just because you're letting it do its thing, that it's going to go in your favor. It can very well still go totally against you, right? So instead, me, personally, I study karma. Karma is something that can be studied. So I've studied karma, and I continue to study karma, right? And karma, just like anything else, is flawed. Karma is just a program. Karma is just a system. Karma is a deity and an entity of herself. It's most likely a feminine entity. Karma is a feminine entity, a deity, which means, and all deities and entities are flawed. They're all flawed, They all have their ups and their downs. They all have their good side and their bad sides, right? None of them are perfect. Just karma is just one of the most powerful deities, if not the most powerful, within this third dimensional density that we're in, right? The matrix, I guess, might be only thing that's probably stronger, right? But they're kind of one and the same, right? So but no matter how big and strong karma is, she still has her limitations. She still has her limitations, right? She still has her little glitches, and those can be exploited. See, if you're relying on karma, which you can do that if you would like to, right? Understand that karma will do some things that'll be in your favor, but karma will also do some things that's not in your favor. No matter how good of a person you are, no matter how loving you are, no matter how pure of heart you are, that does not, protect you from suffering or from her wrath, right? So do understand that. Me personally, though, I'm good on karma and I'm good on all these entities and deities, because I'm good on this whole density, period. And I know that there's other densities and other realms and other vibrations outside of this one. So therefore, I study them to, essentially defeat them and crack them open and get through them and so I can get on the other side. But if you're going to rely on them, well, then you will continue to be beholden to them. Right? And that's up to you. You can do that. Very strongly says amazing. Organized man is Ashe. I got a fishing rod. I'm going to catch some fish and let's grill them up. Ashe to graffiti. Respect all areas. Ashe Wade 410. Graffiti says, yeah, karma is a biatch, as they say, right? Exactly, right? As they say, right? Let's see if it'll show me. No, that ain't working. Nope. Let's see. I feel like, hold on. No, that's graffiti. Graffiti says, curious though, who is the goddess of karma? Well, karma is karma, and like if you want to know how she operates or how she works, the zodiac signs are one. They show an aspect of they are the children. The zodiac signs are the children of karma. The numerology are the children of karma. The planets are children of karma. And the cartomancy is the blueprint of karma. It's the coding of karma. The cartomancy cards, the 52 card deck that we play spades with and solitaire with, that is the architecture of karma. All right. It says, Graffiti says maybe it's represented as deities of justice and order, right? Those are like ma'at, right? That's another name for karma. Right? You could say that ma'at is a weaker version of karma, a lower version of karma, a clone of karma. I would say ma'at is a clone, of karma, right? Now I don't know what ma'at might be older than karma, but the concept of karma is, karma. She is, or it could be the other way around. Maybe karma is a clone of ma'at. I've had to think about that, but either way, though. Either way. they're different, I guess, aspects, or they're different perspectives of the same energy, of the same energy. Oh, shit. Ayilala. What is Ayilala? That looks like a goddess name. Nemesis. Okay. Ma'at Ashe. Ashe. I'm currently doing I'm putting together a guided meditation recording for soul healing, and I'm at the hardest, or not the hardest, it's not the hardest, I'm at the longest part of it right now, which is I have to research all of these deities and entities from all of these different, from as many different religions and cultures as possible. And I got to go through, each and every one and kind of like categorize them. And that's taking up quite some time. There's so, I'm not just going with the surface level, just the main, 10 or so deities that everyone's familiar with. I'm going to all the ones that, from the well-known ones to all the ones that most people have never heard of. So like, right now I'm dealing with the going through the Orishas, and there's like I don't know, when I'm going through the list, it looks like around like 100, between like probably 75 to 100 different Orishas, right? So I'm going through that right now. I already went through the Nordic, Odin and Thor. I went through all them the Norse gods. I went through, who did I go through? I went through, no, I did the Orishas already. I'm only the Egyptians. That's what I'm doing. The Egyptians is like over 100 different Egyptian gods. The Orishas was probably, it was, I don't know, I can't remember, but I think it's probably like around 50 or something like that. It would definitely, it's not as many as the Egyptians, I know that. Whatever, the Egyptians got to be at least twice as many, right? Yeah, so I'm going through all those right now. And I still got to go through like the Hindu gods, which is a lot of those. And I got to go through like the Christian entities, the Muslim ones, which are going to be pretty similar. And then I think the Buddhists, I think they might have some deities and entities. I'm not really sure. I got to look into that. Should think who else? We could say like the Voodoo and the Santeria, but those are all like Orishas though, just different names. Oh, I guess I do have to look into the Olmec deities as well, also known as the Shi. Right. Buffy says each pantheon has at least 40 to 100 gods, and that's not even counting the lesser known gods, which can be an additional 300 sometimes. Right, yeah, going through the Egyptian ones, like I should count them up how many they are. I know it's over 100 though, over the ones I've been going through. Because I went through like the major ones, and now I'm going through like all the minor ones. Right. I'll when I'm done at the end though, I'll let you know what the total is. And I'm not even, and it would be even more if I used like each of their multiple names, like Legba has. a bunch of names. I probably will do all of Legba's names though. I feel like because they're all different sides of him, so I'll probably do that. But everybody does have multiple names, and those multiple names do mean. Oh, the Greeks. I also got to do the Greeks. That was the other one. I got to do the Greek deities. Sure. But that's what it takes, though. You got that white, right? That whatever it takes energy. That's what it takes. Where are you going to spend hours upon hours upon hours of researching and collecting and putting things together just to try to get that much closer to your transcendence, right? For most people, that's a no, right? That's a no, right? Oh, but to finish it off, what would I do if I was in charge of prisons and jails? I would force everyone that's in a prison or jail to participate in some sort of monk program. So we would have each prison and jail would be a monk style. You don't necessarily have to be the monk, any monk, religions, right? It's also the native religion. They got native deities I got to look up too, but it's not necessarily like the monk, belief system per se, or like, but maybe so. I know something that we would have to maybe talk to as a collective, but I guess the Buddhism would be a good universal one, right? But I would force all inmates to essentially practice, monkhood or Buddhism to a certain extent, right? Force you all because it would force rehabilitation, right? Everyone who actually rehabs in prison and in jails, almost all of them actually rehab from their wicked ways or from their evil ways only by going through religion. It's just that go through religion, right? It's just that Buddhism is a spirituality versus the religion. The religions have a certain level still of oppressions and prejudices and things like that. But the monkhood makes everybody equal, and it brings a certain level of peace and healing and going within and discipline and working together and balancing one's balancing one's nature. So it's a very simple thing. If we wanted to make literally, if we just wanted to make America safer, everyone that goes to jail or prison would have to practice. It'd be a forced Buddhism or monk practice. You have to do it, right? And then those who still can't do it peacefully amongst the collective, then you put them in solitary confinement and still force them to do it. Right? And then if they and if it's still, and those that you just force them to be in solitary and to do it until eventually they come to a certain level of enlightenment, then you put them back into the public prisoners again, and then eventually when they come out of jail, they not only will be rehabilitated, they actually will be better than the citizens that are out in the world. That's what we should be striving to do. Make the prisoners and the jailers and those in jail, they should come out better humans than the humans that have not gone to jail. Right. To where people will actually be excited, like, I'm about to get my life together for real now that I'm going to jail. Right. And then that to me was like the only surefire way to me where you could actually make society, you could guarantee that society is going to get better. You would just, I think that would actually guarantee that society, just doing that one thing, a thing where you, because you can't really control what the population is going to do or going to be or going to believe in, but you can control, you can, whoever's in control of the prison curriculum can control how the prisons work, right? And right now they're controlling it in a way where the people come out worse, so society slowly gets worse. Well, if you make the people come out better, society will automatically get better. And then the institutions that run society will copy that. Like, if it's helping making the prisoners better human beings, how are we not? You'll have to practice it in school. They'll have to put it in the school systems. They'll have to put it into the even to the religious systems. They'll have to, right? But you know, it's very simple. It's very simple, right? The president could do it if he wanted to, right? If he knew. I'm sure he does not know, but if he knew, he could. Laurie Smith says daily mindfulness practice for over 40 days. I would say that as long as you're in jail and prison, you got to practice mindfulness every day, no matter what. And you got to be on the schedule, the praying schedule, and all that type of stuff. Ashe. So it looks like we've been on here long enough. So we'll say Ashe, Asante, and Amen. Ime Kamalika, it is done. Real talk, this needs to be implicated in society. It does, right? It does. I thought I came up with this concept, I don't know, probably like a few weeks ago. I had thought about it over the years. I just didn't really seriously think about it until like just recently. And I was like, how would I fix that? The prison issues, like, it just came to me. So, Ime Kamalika, it is done, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Ashe.